Okay.
Going live in like 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
I think we're live. Once Revealed is live now, December 31st of 1969. I don't know how we got that just now. That's amazing. Oh, it just updated February 4th, 2021. It said December 31st, 1969 when it went live, just as a heads up. I just need to go ahead and throw that out there. I got to see that on my end. I don't know if anybody else got to. That was awesome.
You just traveled back in time for a second
I am a
there,
time
guys.
traveler, friend.
Holy shit!
I was
Facebook's
there.
doing that
I was
now.
there on New Year's Day when I can't even think of a celebrity other than Kurt Cobain that was alive in '69. He was like 1 year old or something.
There we go. Shared.
Oh man. So, welcome to the Once Revealed Variety Hour, where we have variety throughout an hour, and we're Once Revealed. I'm 1/3 of the host tonight, Vern.
I am apparently the second of the third, Nate.
I am the third of the third. That just sounds weird when I say it that way.
The third of the third.
I'm the third of the third right
You're
now.
a bird.
Third of the third is the bird is the word.
He's third of third, but he's above all of us. Don't ever get that twisted.
Yeah, don't ever forget that. He is clearly better than both of us.
Apparently agreed to this earlier. Yes, I am God among the band.
CATastrophe. That's yes.
What a catastrophe.
What a
What a
I figured that'd be a good name,
catastrophe.
given I'm sure you're going to tell the story of the cat at some point, or mention
The tail.
what's going on. Oh,
Yeah.
The tail of the cat? Come on.
The tail of the
Come
cat.
on. This is getting
Who's saying
slam
this?
dunks left and right tonight.
I know. So many puns.
Hey, get out of the fucking
Right, there's our...
panda.
Where is
Good job.
the post? Where are you, friend? You were able to... Yeah, okay, so V, you saw the 1969 too then. That was fucking crazy. That was so strange. I can't even see our post right now. I'm like having a hard time finding it. But clearly it's live.
69.
So, we got that going for us, which is nice. Oh, there
I
it
got
is.
a bunch of questions here, but of course we will wait on those.
Yeah, we'll get into that. That sounds like
Yeah,
fun.
of course.
So, like, from the top, make it drop. That's a sick-ass pussy. What's going on with that thing?
It is a sick ass pussy. Almost literally. You were like really close there.
That is just sick. That's like a phrase. Whenever you see it, that is just not something that you normally. Those two should not go together.
You're right. I think Nathan would agree, given his cat's sick.
Yeah. Exactly. So she had a bladder surgery last week to get bladder stones removed. And then, at some point this past week, she got sick with something. I'm thinking the antibiotic. I keep wanting to say antibacterial. I don't know why.
Just drinking alcohol. Just going for it.
That is just drilled in your brain, dude. You're never gonna say antibiotics.
Hand sanitizer.
You're
Just
gonna,
I know, yeah. Anyway.
Let me get some.
Hand sanitizer? Oh boy. Scott doing shots.
No.
Go lay down.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah,
Go lay down.
I put something
Come
there.
on. Stop. She's trying to get up in the fucking podcast.
Well,
Get out of here.
it says it's 99. Wait. What's the proof on this thing? What's the percentage alcohol percentage on this thing? It's got to be
the
like.
wrong kind of alcohol, Scott. You go blind.
No, just go for it. You're gonna go in your kennel. Stop. Go lay down. Should be annoying.
Actually knew a guy who drank like rubbing alcohol, and of course went blind. So
Well then,
it's a cool story.
I guess you could say.
Wait, you actually know somebody that tried that?
Like,
Stop, Ellie.
I just remember his name was Dangerous Dan the Diaper Man. I don't know why the fuck his label was that, but his name was Dangerous Dan the Diaper Man.
I can make some
and
guesses if you'd like.
He would come in, like, this was elementary school for me, and he would come in and tell us stories, and like we all.
Wait, hang on.
Elementary school.
What? Keep going.
Okay,
What
it's
do you-
too bizarre
what-
for it to be made up. It's too weird for it to be made up.
It's so strange. What?
So dangerous. Hold on, we just got to recap so far.
Dangerous
We haven't even
Dan.
started
The story
I need to
so far.
Dangerous Dan the Diaper Man is the one who drank rubbing alcohol and went blind. It was too late for him to see his mistake. And he was in elementary school telling stories about what?
He would just come in. I can't remember exactly what the stories were, but like he would do it during like our worship hour and stuff. He would tell us different stories during. No, it wasn't. It was at our school. Like we had. It was a Christian school that I went to. So.
Oh, you went to a Christian.
It was very innocent, not anywhere near as bad as you guys.
We're finding more facts about Scott's life than we ever knew up to this point.
But also, that made the story make more sense.
That made way more sense because they have all kinds of weird shit coming to Bible schools. Like that's just.
Well, it's all that repression. You know, everything's repressed and it's coming out. Anyway, go on. Tell our story about Dangerous Dan.
There's really not
Scott's
much
like, I don't know
else to
about the repression, but but sure, we can keep going.
Honestly, there's nothing else to say other than his name was Dangerous Dan the Diaper Man, and
he was telling you stories about drinking alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and going blind. You don't see the weird consistency of that story.
He didn't tell the story.
It's like if I was going to schools and being like, this one time I flipped over my handlebars and I got real hurt. Like, just telling them weird stories about my life. That's how I got this scar. Like,
well, he didn't actually tell the story. That's just something I found out. Like, how did he get blind? He
oh my god! So wait,
that's the only story that he would tell.
Was this? Wait, so he did tell a story about how he went blind?
No.
Okay.
I think I found this out through like another teacher or something.
I feel like this is a child mythos kind of thing. Like you know, they have like the urban legends among children. I feel like they were like Dangerous Dan the Diaper Man's blind because he drank rubbing alcohol. Like I feel it just got proliferated to the point that even teachers believed it. They're just like, yeah, he did. that was definitely what fucking happened. That guy's fucking weird. Did he come dressed in a diaper? Is that why he was called that?
I honestly don't know. Maybe because he was old, he's wearing Depends. Fucking, I don't know.
I am so confused. This goes so much. We need a whole thing about this. The Once Real Variety Hour, Dangerous Dan the Diaper
Honestly,
Man.
Dude.
Can we find him?
I'm surprised I actually remembered his name. No, there's no way you're gonna find him on there.
I'm looking him up.
Look up Dangerous Dan the Diaper Man in Google. I want to know. I want to know what happened.
I am surprised I actually remember that name. It just came to me. I guess because I brought up the topic and it just kind of in the back of my
found nothing but a Bewitched
subconscious.
episode from like 1966. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he's the same guy.
No, dude, I know this guy. No, from what I recall, this happened back when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Wow.
So how the fuck am I bringing that up?
That's repression. Repression. Full circle. Back around.
There's no repression.
Bingo.
Shut the fuck up.
Ding.
Repression from what exactly? Is he trying to rub his diaper all over me? I don't fucking.
He rubbed something into your brain, so maybe rubbing alcohol.
That's what it's for. Rubbing.
Rubbing into your brain, of course. Yeah, that's what.
Not for drinking, apparently.
Rub it through your blood-brain barrier and go blind.
You know what? Just because of this conversation, I'm actually
I'm gonna drink it.
Sanitizer.
Scott.
Dude, don't do that shit. I had so many different people after that song came out do that shit. Scott. Like, dude, just shut up. You're not the original. Dude, I want some of that Jack Daniels right now.
Oh man, so once again, we are not endorsed by Jack Daniels. However, this week I am drinking Lynchburg lemonade, which my anecdote about this was, where else the fuck in the world could you find a town called Lynchburg? The United States is just fucked up, man. We're just a fucked up country. That's a fucked up name. like we're changing.
I wonder where they got that name from. Is that in the South?
Yeah, I wonder where that etymology derives from. All the way out in fucking Tennessee or whatever the fuck.
Lynchburg, Tennessee. I am endorsing Barefoot tonight.
Ooh, but we're not endorsed by them, so.
We're not endorsed by them.
I am endorsed by them, so you guys.
No, you're intoxicated by them.
I think you're right, actually.
What do you got tonight? What's your thing, Nathan?
I've got whiskey and Coke.
Ah,
Simple.
Whiskey and Coke, very simple. What kind of whiskey you
That's
got?
your go-to, bro.
So my go-to whiskey when I'm getting cheap stuff is called Rich and Rare.
Sounds cheap.
Right.
Anything named something fancy is 100% cheap across the board. Like Diamond Peronier, and you look and you're like, oh, that's like $4.
That's cheap. That's bottom shelf stuff right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. No, Rich
Well,
and Rare.
mine doesn't sound. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the reason I like it so much is because it's better than regular Jack Daniel's whiskey. It's like on the quality of like the Gentleman Jack in terms of smoothness, but it's $12 for a bottle of it, which normally a bottle of that size would be like $30.
Oh yeah.
For like an okay
What's the
whiskey.
percentage in that? Like 25?
Probably 35 or something, maybe 40. I don't remember.
Damn.
But I'll tell you what, the Canadians they won when it came to cheap whiskey. They make the best cheap whiskey. No one makes better cheap whiskey than the Canadians.
Pick a place that's cold. They make their best alcohol because it's cold.
Exactly, and like it's not expensive,
all
so everyone
depressed.
can get it.
I mean, it's like
warm.
fucking. You go to Russia and even cheap vodka's good
That's-
vodka. Like
Exactly.
Technically not true. They don't stay warm. It thins the blood.
it thins the blood. It makes you feel like you're warm,
You know what?
but really
Well,
you're
you
just
can
getting
eat
colder.
shit. You know, that's what you can do. You can eat shit to stay warm, and I'll drink my whiskey. Go fuck yourself.
Someone's getting butt hurt.
Nathan's upset.
Yeah.
We made Nathan sad.
Oh no.
So yeah, once again, we
I
are
got
not
my
endorsed
favorite
by
mug.
any of our favorite drinks. However, we'd love to be. That'd be cool. Bring it on. Bring on the endorsements. I'll be like a NASCAR fucking car. You can just strap your fucking shirt to me. I'll wear it everywhere.
I'm trying to
man.
read what my mug says on here, but it just says Evol I.
I know we can read it. I love
Stack.
coffee and cats. We can see it.
No, it's Evol I.
Evil I
Catman's E-fuck.
Deny stack.
I can speak in Klingon. Uslak, marsh, lord.
Deny stack.
Got it back.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. So Thirsty Thursdays, bottoms up, everybody. That's how it goes.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms
I also
up.
got Kahlua, so bottoms up on that shit. And hand sanitizer and fucking.
However, if you're under the age of 21, you're not allowed to
almond
drink in the
milk.
United States.
You know, I got all this shit.
Yeah, you got a lot of drinks, man. Especially the sanitizer.
Did you call it the Sanitizer? That's a
I
short form of
sanitizer.
hand sanitizer. Sanitizer.
Yeah, and you
So
know where I got
what-
it from? When I was in high school, there was this Vietnamese girl in my class, and that's what she called it all the time.
Oh, that's cool. I love those like portmanteaus that happen just because like, you know, it's two words that run together pretty well.
Yeah, and it's perfect. It's the
That's what that's
perfect
called,
phrase for
dude.
that thing.
A portmanteau.
Hey
What?
guys, I got a story
A
for you.
portmanteau.
A portmanteau.
Yeah.
What's your story, Scott?
So earlier this morning, I got something in my email specifying that there's a position open, and it was interesting. It was very sketchy to begin with because they were going to offer me $35 an hour for being an administrative assistant or something. Of
That
sort.
sounds reasonable
like-
if it's a very big business.
No, it was sketch from the beginning, but I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna see where this goes, and
How do you
like,
Kind of like
Find these
the African
jobs.
prince giving away $10,000.
right. It got to the point to where they started like asking about my bank information. Like,
Oh,
what's
no.
your credit at your bank? And I was like, you know what? You guys are shady as fuck. And I kept going with it until like afterwards they were like, well, you scored 97. Welcome to our company. You can now work for us. And I was like, you guys are fake as fuck. I forget what I said here. Let me see if I can find the actual thing that I responded. But let me see. Here.
Scott's out here burning
Well, I
bridges with
can-
Nigerian princes.
Well, I can say this. You guys had me going for a little bit, but honestly, I'm not falling for your games. Stop fucking wasting innocent people's time with your con artist bullshit. It's so obvious you're faking. You were fake, and you wasted an hour of my day. Good job, and you can kiss my ass.
Boom. Boom. Got him.
Sorry, Julie's. What's up?
Julie's like,
She exists.
she's
She's
like,
real.
don't tell him that. Don't. This could be. This sounds like this is going to be used as legal evidence in a former future
I need that right
court
now.
trial
Can I
or
get
something.
to it?
Scott has to do something.
I have to show you. It's very.
What is he doing here? Amanda, get down, you dumbass. Get down.
Can I show you later? You need it now.
Quick, press the
I
key.
need it now because I'm studying.
Okay, guys, I will be right back.
Scott has to do his wifely duties.
He has to do
Wifely duties.
So Nathan, how's your week been aside from the cat being sick?
I mean, it's been fine. I had 2 snow days in a row, which was rad as shit. Like, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah. I got to telework for a couple days, which never happens. And I learned something.
Yeah.
I fucking hate teleworking. I fucking hate it.
Well,
I really hate it.
to know.
I fully understand why everybody's like, man, this is fucking boring for a whole year. I was like, I was tasked with working in an office throughout the entire pandemic, so I had to be like super fucking safe and washing my hands every 30 seconds and wearing masks everywhere I went. And for a long time, I was like confined to just my office, and we had to work like telework only. It was a very sketchy time in the beginning of the pandemic. It got a lot more relaxed as time went on, and we realized like, well, we're not at the epicenter of it, so like, we'll hope for the best over here. We'll see what happens. I'm blessed to work with a lot of like doctors and cancer researchers and stuff.
Yeah.
So like a lot of those like doctors, they're very much clean in themselves. Like they already know that they need to be like safe and sound. There's like virologists that I work with and stuff, so they're like people that know what the fuck they're doing, basically. And so more or less, we got good advice from good people, and we were able to make good decisions based on that. But yeah, working from home for 2 days was enough to drive me up a fucking wall. By the end of the second day, I was like, I am stir crazy. I was like, I've gone outside and shoveled 4 times just for fun. Like, I was thinking about shoveling the neighbor's sidewalk. I was like, I might go over there and just shovel their shit. I was like, I don't have anything better to do. Like,
you're like, get me the fuck out of here.
Just get me out of here. Put me back in, coach. I have to be actively doing something or I go insane. Like, truly. Yeah. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy your 2 days hanging out?
Oh, fuck yeah. I love doing nothing.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
It's like, if I can allow myself to enjoy the nothing that I'm doing, then I have a great time and I love it. But like, usually what'll happen if I have a lot of time, I'll think about all the things that maybe I could do and maybe I should do. Maybe I should. And the opportunity is here that I could do all these things that I had ideas about and all these different activities. And I plan it in my head like I'm going to be booked all day.
Yeah.
And then, because I'm thinking about all of those things, I don't do any of them.
Anxiety, buddy. That's anxiety and ADD.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Good combination of the two, actually. That's what I generally have. Yeah. Just anxiety and ADD all the time.
Yeah, man, it was you who pointed that out to me when I was like, we were sitting here having a conversation, and I was like, yeah, man, I kind of do that too. I pace around a lot, and I don't know, it's just kind of a weird thing. I pace around a lot. I think about a whole bunch of stuff. I sort of talk to myself some. I can't sit still. My hands sweat all the time. Yep. Yeah, man, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. And you're like, anxiety.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is, I think.
Yeah.
There he is.
I'm back.
He's back.
But for some reason, my Bluetooth isn't working. What the hell?
You can say it's a long road.
You can.
His Bluetooth keeps cutting in and out, it seems. Actually.
In and out. And in.
And then in. And then back out again. And then in.
Out. In once again.
And then out. And then it just stays out, if you know what I mean.
All over it.
That's hilarious. So, Scott, what about you? How'd your week go with the snow and shit?
I'm stuck at home, so, same old shit.
Scott's like, it snowed outside, and I'm not out there, so.
Pretty much. I mean, dude, I really would like to go out and do something in the snow. I love being in the snow, but also I don't like the cold. So
find a big old parking lot with a bunch of snow in it, and then just go drifting with your car.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Then get out of your car and roll around in the snow, just for the hell of it.
Well, for those not in the know,
earlier,
Scott drives a manual transmission, so he gets to have fun with his car.
It can be fun and it can be a pain in the ass, but anyways. I was just telling my wife, tomorrow I'm going to go out and roll in the snow. I'm just going to do it. It's going to be a good time. When I get up in the morning, I got this, I don't know if you guys have heard of Wim Hof, but they call him the Iceman. and he does all that.
Yeah,
he's fucking crazy, and he's done all these different records, like Guinness Book of World Records, and he's been out in sub-zero temperatures for a long period of time and stuff, and like
didn't he figure out how to regulate his own body temperature using like yoga?
Like breathing techniques, and yes, pretty much. That's what yoga.
I've never heard of this ever.
So basically, what you're saying is this guy is really hot.
Literally.
That fits, Scott. That fits. You got this, man. You can get out there. Yeah.
Also, he went through like the Sahara Desert or something, and like without like any water or any he jogged through. I forget exactly, but he did some record there too. So
what the fuck?
He's a legend.
He's a legend. Shannon said he's intense.
He's a legend.
That sounds very intense. You're right.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm definitely gonna have to look him up. What did you guys say his name was again?
Wim Hof.
Wim Hof.
WIMHOF is his last.
That's a fucking name. All right, cool. I see why he got some popularity. That's a great name.
Yeah.
You ever read a name and you're just like, that guy's gonna be famous? 100%. That guy's gonna be famous.
It's nothing to do with the fact that he can control his own temperature, jog through the Sahara Desert, and then submerge himself in ice for hours.
That's all impressive, but the name, though.
The name matters.
No, with a name like Leonardo DiCaprio, was he not gonna be famous? Come on.
He had to be famous. I mean, everyone thinks he's a painter at first, and then they're like, wait, he's an actor? Wow, I'm gonna go see his film.
I thought he was gonna do a cappuccino.
Wow.
Wow.
So Scott, you got to do it though. You got to go out there in the ice and roll around butt ass naked with a chicken mask on.
Yep.
Chicken mask.
That's the rules, man.
One sock.
One sock and a chicken mask.
Am I going to start a new trend? Is that what I'm going to do?
The chicken mask challenge.
The chicken mask.
The sock doesn't go on your foot.
Butt naked.
Butt ass naked with a chicken mask on.
Gobbling the whole way around. Gobble the whole way.
Yeah, you do it on TikTok and you do it to that you do it to one of those like Thanksgiving turkey songs. Oh, gobble gobble gobble. Gobble gobble gobble.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And then you just label it gobble these nuts. He's like,
Gobble these nuts.
All I can think about is that weird red piece of skin that gobbles on the...
It looks like a ball sack. Gobble these nuts.
It does, in fact.
It sounds like
it is scrotal in nature.
It sounds like a porn actor's just like a quote they would use during Thanksgiving or something. Yeah, gobble these nuts.
Gobble
bitch.
these nuts. He's dressed as a turkey, so it's a turkey mask, not a chicken mask.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Not a chicken mask.
It's almost like you're a Balchinian at that point. Almost.
Close. It's close. Yeah, man. Yeah, we made it 23 minutes in with us finally hitting a lull. Scott, what do you got on the question sheet today?
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Now we've talked about these nuts.
We've made it a whole third of the way in. We're getting better at this.
The question is about these nuts. No.
How many D's would these nuts chop if these nuts could chop nuts?
Chop.
Actually,
these nuts.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 by average.
Right on the money, bro. Right on the money. Okay.
You know how they say you have like 2.5 kids in an average household?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
Yeah.
That reminds me of this skit from Family Guy where it's like, welcome back to 2.5 Men, and it's 2 men, and then
That's such a good episode.
That reminds me of a scene where he says, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The secret is small birds, big stone.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Sorry,
Okay.
what's your question?
Okay, I will get to the damn question now. Okay. If you choose an animal to own other than a cat or a dog, what would you choose and why?
Nathan was just gonna say another cat, and I was just gonna be like another dog. You got us there. You got us there, you bastard. A dinosaur. Let me get real weird. If I got to choose an animal, a fucking dinosaur.
What?
So you'd have an alligator.
I mean, no, I don't want an alligator, dude. I want a dinosaur. I want a fucking, like, a Ceophysis. How about that?
Okay, there you go.
Which one is a Ceophysis?
They were really, really tiny. I think they got about 3 feet tall total, and they ate primarily vegetation. So I'm not gonna get eaten by it. So that's kind of a positive.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I
mean, as far as we fucking know, we could be wrong. I could get a Ceophysis from the genie, and the genie gives me this thing, and he's like, "By the way, you motherfuckers were totally wrong. They're like a velociraptor." just fucking starts nipping at me like, "Oh god!"
Makes me think of the second Jurassic Park where there's those little, I forget what they're called, and they fucking tear
and
the
then
shit
the
out.
thing opens up. Yeah. I don't remember what those
What do
guys
you
are
got,
called.
Nathan? You got
I would have a monkey.
A
Get a
monkey.
okay, a monkey.
It's so close to being a human. It's just so cool.
I think you can legally own one in West Virginia.
Probably.
Yeah.
Supposedly, it's a very bad idea to own a monkey.
They're
because
fucking dangerous, dude.
They're dangerous.
Yeah, they're fucking mean too. You piss a monkey off, it's like a person, right? It's like so close to being a person. Like those motherfuckers are just like, oh, you're not gonna give me what I want? I'm gonna fucking rip your face off. I'm gonna do it.
And that's what happened. That's what happened, dude.
They're
Yeah.
strong.
To a lady, they tore the shit out of her.
She survived that. That's the scariest thing about
Yeah.
that. It took fingers off. It ripped her face off. It took an ear off. It was gonna scalp her and shit. I remember hearing did you ever listen to the police recording of them calling in and they were like, I need somebody to come here now, like telling them to come and help? Dude, that's so terrifying. I would never want to own a monkey, bro. If you get a monkey, I'm never coming to your house again.
It would not necessarily be a chimpanzee. It could be like a spider monkey.
They're still pretty mean, bro.
Spider monkeys, I mean, when I picture Ace Ventura, they're so cute.
Well, you're Vernon.
When I picture a movie where they had a trained monkey, it's so cute.
Vernon, you literally want a dinosaur. All right, let me have my monkey.
Yeah, but mine eats vegetation, not people.
Very, very good.
Mine
point
don't
there.
either. They eat fruit. They just get pissed at people and punch them sometimes.
All right, so maybe the Coelophysis would do the same thing, though. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fucking lizard thing. Or
It's a
bird
fucking
or
lizard
something.
thing. You don't give it food, it doesn't get enough sun, you're done, bro.
You're done. You're done. Business is over for you, sir. The doors are gonna close.
That's fucking hilarious. What about you, Scott? What do you want?
I would say a parrot, even though they're like they can be obnoxious. I still like the idea of a parrot. They're freaking adorable. And
I'm like a dinosaur. You say a monkey, and he's like, a bird. I could probably do like a bird or something.
a parrot, come on, like a parrot.
You know what?
It's a cool.
If
Cool
you
bird.
get a parrot, Scott, you need to train it to sing that song about being a bird, where it's like, "I'm a bird, motherfucker. I'm a bird."
Have you
know what I'm
seen
talking about?
when you mentioned
I
that?
don't
Nathan,
know that.
It
That's
reminds me
amazing.
of this video of this guy doing, or not this guy, this parrot doing.
This guy, Scott's like, I kind of see parrots as people. I just figured I'd casually bring that
I'm a
up.
little deep in the drink here. So give me,
The performance
Scott's on the
was so
sauce
moving.
again.
I'm slurring my
performance was so
words
good.
just a little bit, okay? So, but bodies
Casually,
hit the
birds are
floor.
people too.
You guys gotta look that up. There's a parrot that does the lyrics to "Body, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor."
I've seen it. I know what you're talking
seen
about.
that?
I've seen it.
That's a good. What bird watching goes both ways?
The birds aren't real, man. They're not real.
I just thought it was relevant.
That's crazy. Beyond crazy.
I wore that to work today. I didn't have any clean clothes. I had to just grab a shirt, throw it underneath of this, and ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
That's a
What
good
else you
answer,
got,
though. I like the parrot. That's good. You got to teach it once revealed
it's not bad.
songs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He'll be singing.
Well,
Squawk,
Take
the
it
hate
over.
I feel. Squawk.
you can actually reasonably get a parrot. Like, it's not that hard to own a parrot. Like, you could actually do it, you know.
Squawk. Enjoy the show.
I really, honestly, the more I think about it, just now, the more I think about it, I don't know if I want it.
It's gonna be singing your songs at you and shit.
Because I've heard horror stories about them. They shit all over the place. It's like they're they're like obnoxious, and like you got to have a very large space for them to be living in.
Shit.
And you got to clean it all the time, and it's just a very big responsibility.
That does sound like a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and they live for a long period of time. So
Really? How long do parrots live?
look it up. They live for a long time, bro.
Oh my god. Some macaws can live 50 years? Cockapos live 95 years? What the fuck? So you're telling me you could get a bird and die with that fucking thing? It could just be around your whole life.
Buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Wow, the medium-sized parrot most likely has a lifespan around 15 to 20 years, but most larger parrots live to be about 50. Between 25 and 50. Holy shit! Alright, let's get birds and compete to see who's lasts the longest.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Parrots.
My other cat is whining, and I don't know why.
Whiny cat.
I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. I got another question.
What's your next
We can do
question?
it later.
What do you got?
What's
No,
the
you
next
get it.
one?
It's fine.
All right.
Unless you want to keep going on about parrots, because I could probably do that for fucking the next 20 minutes if you let me.
Well, honestly, on the topic of birds, I remember this comedian talking about how the owls. If you keep an owl in captivity at a young age, they grow up to resent you, and over time, like they grow up, and like as soon as you let them out of the cage, they're gonna tear the shit out of your face.
Okay, so hang on. So owls specifically, they grow to resent the people that keep them captive. So that means birds go through like a formative cycle in their life where they're like, yeah, I need you for food, and then they're like, yeah, this is pretty good. I'm living. This is pretty nice. And they see other birds outside once, and they're like. Like, wait a minute, you son of a bitch. They're allowed out there? That's not. What are you doing?
Do that? Wow.
That's so funny.
I feel like that should be in like some sort of skit or something. That would be great.
It's like, man, this is really nice. Is that a bird? You motherfucker. Ellie, go lay down.
Fierce though. They can take out some other birds. Like they can fuck some shit up.
I've seen pictures of owls with other birds in their claws, just like fucking flying off of them. Like,
I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about this story he heard where it might have been like where he was living, but there were all these hawks around, and then there was like all these owls around too, and they were like having a territorial battle over
that's
like
amazing.
And so then he would keep finding these hawks that had their heads ripped off.
Wow.
Dude, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's like Alfred
Owls
Hitchcock's
are
The Birds, but gone terribly wrong.
Right. That's like the more realistic version of
Yeah.
birds.
Did you guys ever watch that? You ever seen The Birds?
No, I want to see. And they made
birds. Oh boy.
There was a remake of it. Yeah.
The birds.
Yeah. The soundtrack for that is done completely by a solo drum set player. His name's Antonio Sanchez.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's like a big name
like you
in
mentioned
drumming,
his
like
name
jazz
before.
drumming and everything else. But he
Antonio
does the full
Sanchez.
soundtrack by himself. Antonio Sanchez, yeah.
Do we both have hiccups right now, Scott? That's funny.
I think I
hit
just
me.
kind of burped.
I was like, and then I burped. Yeah, yeah, it was good. It was a good one. What'd you have on the list there? What do you got? We got Scott.
All right, next.
Scott's pot of questions.
I got 10 questions here. I don't think we're gonna get through all of them.
Maybe we'll see.
What expensive car would you own if you had the money?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can tell you right away, but I'll let somebody else go first. Go ahead, Nathan. What do you want? What's your dream car?
If I had an expensive car, I'd probably get a Tesla because they're like super futuristic
Okay,
and stuff,
good.
and that's cool.
That only goes
think,
up to
like,
you're looking at $70,000, $80,000 there. That's as far as you're going.
That was-
I mean, yeah, that's really all. Like, I'm not super enamored by very expensive cars. I don't get that impressed by that. You know,
All
like
right,
I think it's cool.
Fair.
You know, it just doesn't do much for me
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the fact of it being a Tesla, it's self-driving. You know, it's got all this. What I like about them is that Elon Musk designed it to be like a very future-thinking car.
Mhm.
You know, he's trying to think of whatever the next thing is with cars, and it's like, oh, well, don't use gas. You know, use electric.
Sure, yeah.
Make them good cars. They drive themselves. You know, they've got all this cool shit. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'd get a Tesla.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. What about you, Scott? What do you want?
Well, I wouldn't consider this extremely expensive, but I guess I would say it's up there. A Viper. I've always loved the design of a Viper. It's
Ooh,
sexy.
yeah.
It's just so damn sexy. Just everything about it.
You ever see the movie Wanted?
Wanted, I have.
Yeah, that opening scene where she's driving around in the fucking car. That's the Viper. Yeah, it's the Dodge Viper. It was
That's
new
Viper.
then. It was brand new then. Yeah. Yeah, man. I remember seeing that in that movie and be going like, "Wow, Dodge Vipers are so sick." Like,
They are fucking sexy.
speaking on the same metric of like the Viper. As much as I agree with you, Nathan, I think I'm somewhere between the two of you. I really think that the Teslas are really fucking cool. If I had to pick a Tesla though, probably the Cybertruck when that comes out. That's gonna be really fucking cool. That's the one that he's offering now for $69,420. Yeah, fucking hilarious. But I think
69,420.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, 69,420. Yeah,
Because he's a billionaire.
because he's a billionaire, he does whatever he wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if I had to actually pick like a dream car though, my dream car, like I wish I could own one of these, would be like a 2005 or 2006 Ford GT. Not the Mustang, but the Ford GT. The race car version of
Oh, I know. Yes, those are pretty damn sexy too.
oh
With,
my god, I love them.
on-
Yeah. The newer one, not as crazy, but it's a twin turbo V6. The old one was just a fucking 5.4 liter V8, nasty as hell, with a big ass supercharger on top. So like, I'm a fan. Those things are fucking cool. Actually, one of those I think for the longest time, up until a couple years ago, held the fastest mile time in the world. They did the Texas Mile. It was like the Great Texas Mile is what they call it. They go out there in the middle of the summer and they have a car ripped down for a mile straight. And for the longest time, somebody owned like a 1,200 or 2,000 horsepower, some shit like that, Ford GT from like 2006. And that thing was crazy fast. It's crazy cool to watch go, too.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I want one of those. They're very expensive. They're like $250,000 right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sexy car.
Well, I mean, part of it, like, so, like, for a few years there, I could go on about this shit forever. So, like, for a few years there, they were going for, like, 80 or 90,000, which is, like, more achievable by most modern people. Like, people that are living, like, corporate lives and things like that. They could afford one of those. But when the new Ford GT came out in 2017, I think it was, Ford made it exclusive to people who already owned Ford GTs. And then eventually, I think they widened it to people that owned Fords in general. But they only offered it to those people that owned a Ford GT. So you had to go put in your VIN number, prove with your insurance that it's yours, like prove that you're on the title for it, and then they would send you the offer to buy a brand new Ford GT, which was like $300,000 to $500,000, right? But that means all the people that owned a Ford GT realized now I can make money on this investment that I made back when I bought the thing, and they decided to jack the price up from like $80,000 to $90,000 to $250,000 because somebody would buy one of those so they could be invited to buy the new one. Because that's what billionaires do.
That's ridiculous.
How the billionaire life works.
Yeah, man. When that's like $300 to you, you're just like, yeah.
Meh.
You ever see that thing about Bill Gates? They asked him on the Ellen DeGeneres show how expensive he thinks like Kraft macaroni and cheese is, and he was like $22 a box or something like that, right? And they were like, no.
It sounds like the fucking Rain Man, dude.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen the Rain Man?
Yeah.
His idea of like value on things was just so off. It sounds almost exactly like what you're describing right there. It's like, how much? A doctor asked him, like, how much would you think a candy bar? Well, $150. Yeah, $150. Yeah.
Wow, I don't think I remember that, but yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes sense that it's sort of in that same like vein. I would say another one that I read was Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish accidentally bought like a fucking 12-pack of Fruity Loops or some shit like that, thinking that she was buying a single box of Fruity Loops. It was like $37.50, and she was just like, yeah, buy. That seems like a reasonable price for a box of Fruity Loops. And then 12 of them showed up or something, and she was like, maybe not what I meant to get. Yeah.
Well, this is a nice surprise.
Yeah. It's pretty funny to me.
I will just say, like, regardless of where you are and if you're a billionaire or something like that, I still could never picture myself having that type of lifestyle. Being like Elon Musk or Billy. It's just from my humble point of view, I wouldn't like the idea of being at that level.
Right. Like, as much as I'm like, it'd be very nice to be that successful, so I wouldn't have to worry about anything ever. At the same time, I'm like, wow, like, to come from abject poverty to make it to that level and then just lose sight of what the fuck is going on in the world, that seems so strange to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very strange.
Anyways, how about we go on to the next topic?
Nathan was like, that's too philosophical for me. I'm fucking drunk. Too much.
Usually it's the opposite. I'm too drunk and Nathan's all philosophical.
What can I say, man?
Okay. Wait, what is this? Which season do you prefer? Okay. I read that wrong. Okay. Which season do you prefer and why? Like, which, like, out of the four different seasons, which season?
I was gonna answer Paprika.
That's why I specified. I read that. I was like, season? I misread my own fucking question.
Smoked paprika.
Smoked paprika. Ooh, that sounds good too,
man.
actually.
It's really good. It's just really good for a lot of different things. The smoky flavor is really nice.
What's that?
Smoked paprika.
Smoked paprika.
We are totally on a different topic, but okay, we'll go with it. Smoked paprika. I would go with oregano.
If I had to pick a season, summer, 100% summer.
Summer. Okay.
I hate every other season, like with a burning, fiery passion that can only be likened to summer.
And why is it? Did you like the summer?
Well, I was born in it, so that makes it the best season. But aside from that specific thing,
I feel like you're just like, fuck the rest of them, and
right.
I feel like that's kind of your reasoning on this.
I
like summer because fuck the rest of them.
I like summer because it's not cold for one, and it's usually not that wet. So it gets a little humid here and there, but not that rainy, not that cold. I could deal with 120-degree weather all the time. I could just stand out in it all day, and I did for 2 years. Like, I could just I could hang out in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was fucking fantastic, Scott. Let me tell you.
Melting just thinking of that.
No. After the first 3 months, it's normal. You get to the winter time there, and it's like, it gets down to like 70 degrees, and you're like, holy shit, it's fucking cold. It's just because it's half the temperature normally.
Like that's your norm, bro. It's fucking 120 degree. It's just tough to get acclimated to such things. I'm not used to the humidity. I can never get used to it.
My first day over there, like literal first full day in the country, they had me outside pulling weeds out of the fucking parking lot outside of the company building, and then they had us go run a fucking 5K.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. It was like literally day one. They were like, yeah, pull these weeds. Okay, cool. We're going to go meet up and do the 5K here in a couple minutes. And we're like, this is our first time walking in the country. What the fuck?
Right. Slow it down, dude. I mean, geez.
Oh, because they hated us. I mean, all other things about the Army can always be explained with just, they hated us. That's it.
Cool.
Makes a lot of sense. The people that are dedicating their lives to the country, you got to hate them, I
mean, well, it's because they're also dedicating their lives to the country, so then they can unbiasedly hate all of us.
Fuck them.
Well, it's because at some point in their careers they were also hated, so
they have to pass it on. It's like a tradition.
It's a tradition. It's a esprit de corps.
Get a friend of it.
Yeah.
Good.
A Julie sighting.
Hello.
A brief
Julie
one.
sighting.
Rare
sighting of a Julie.
In her natural habitat.
In her natural habitat.
What about you, Scott? What's your favorite season?
Mine is also summer, actually. It's just
the
time of the year that I, everything that I like to do is available, like hiking, swimming, and just a lot of outdoorsy type of stuff. So that's
Nathan's going to say some lame shit like fall.
I was going to say, swimming is still available in the winter if you're not a bitch.
Fuck you.
Polar bear plunge. Polar bear plunge.
Also, it helps if you can swim. So.
Nathan, retract that statement. I take a cold shower every morning, so suck it.
Do you really?
Suck it.
You really?
Yeah, I do.
You take a cold shower in the mornings?
Yes, I do.
You're a serial killer, aren't you? You're a psychopath. How many people do you kill a week? What's your thing? What's your MO? Who is it? Is it other killers? Is it like Dexter? Is it something cool like that? He's like, I'm not answering
I'll never
anything.
tell.
The first album's going to be called Scott's Totally Not a Serial Killer. The next one's going to be FBI, Please Stop Rating Us.
I need some hand sanitizer after this conversation. Fuck.
Yeah.
Just bottoms up.
What about you, Nathan?
I think I'll go with spring. That's not as bad as fall, is it, Vernon?
No, spring's just as bad as fall. You fell for it, you dumb bitch.
All right. Cool.
I like spring too. I like certain things, certain aspects of spring as well as fall. Like spring,
Yeah.
There's all the blossoms. It's the temperature is reasonable, and
I like that like crisp morning air in the spring. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. What I like is I don't know. There's like certain things about each season that I do like. I don't know which one's really my favorite.
Yeah.
Same.
I agree with that.
Like I enjoy summertime for the obvious reasons. I like fall because of the smell and the flavors. That's mostly why I like fall. The apple flavors, the like
Pumpkin
cinnamon stuff, the smell of
Nathan likes pumpkin spice. Nathan likes pumpkin spice.
I probably do too. Don't be.
Scott likes pumpkin spice. Fuck. Once revealed likes pumpkin spice.
Dude, I could knock out a fucking pumpkin roll and I'd die afterwards, but I could kill a fucking pumpkin roll.
Yeah.
Dude, pumpkin rolls are good. They're good as
They're
shit.
pretty good. They're pretty good.
They're so good.
I prefer like apple cinnamon type of stuff in the fall.
Yeah, that shit's
That's
good.
my jam. Yeah, especially like apple caramel moonshine.
Ooh.
That stuff is good. I got some
Lord.
from Tennessee.
You took it to a
once.
different level. That's...
Oh yeah.
Going from like fucking pumpkin rolls to the moonshine.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
it started with pumpkin spice, and
Pumpkin
now we're at
roll
like
moonshine.
Moonshine. Yeah.
Moonshine.
I had
Yeah,
some
you gotta say
blackberry
moon-
moonshine for the longest time. That shit was great.
Yeah. Well, I went to a place down in Tennessee a while back, and I got apple caramel, or it was apple pie moonshine. It was the kind of thing. They had several flavors that did this kind of thing.
I think
They
I've
were
had
like,
that before.
if you take it, you drink it, and going in, it has one kind of flavor, and then you breathe out, and there's another different flavor that comes out. So like for this one, it was like apple caramel.
That's cool.
It was really cool. They had one that was peanut butter and jelly.
I like that.
Peanut butter, jelly, like grape jelly.
That's cool.
I
I'm
made
in.
this
Let's
one.
get some of that.
Yeah, it's down in a frickin' like Gatlinburg area, or Sevierville, Gatlinburg. They've got a bunch of touristy stuff.
All right, so what we should do,
And we should have a moonshine night.
that's what I was thinking. We should pick up some moonshine and do our thing.
Moonshine.
Well, if they do the distillery thing, at some point in the future when we're not doing COVID restrictions, you can do a tasting,
Ooh.
and it's a free tasting at the places that I went to, and you get all these, those little cups you get in church to do the little grape juice cup.
Yep.
It's those.
Yep.
And you try like 10 different flavors.
Ah.
And so you have 10 little Jesus cups.
The communion
of,
cup. 10 little Jesus cups of moonshine.
Yep.
And cups. That's
Yeah, you
enough to
take
get
10
you trapped, bro.
Well, it's enough to get you nice day buzzed. It's a nice day buzz.
Maybe for you, I would be fucking lit, dude. What the fuck?
Well, it makes you buy more. That's the problem. That's the tricky thing about
there it is. They're like,
That's
now
what
you're
they do it
drunk.
for.
By the way, here's our store floor.
Seriously, that's exactly.
That's amazing.
So I made this one drink out of the apple caramel stuff where I would take that and I would get some. What did I have? I had some salted caramel whiskey from Crown Royal, so I mixed that into it,
That's
and
good.
I think like an apple liqueur that I happened to have. So it's just like a cup of pure liquor that is apple flavored in general.
That sounds pretty good, though. I'm in.
It was really good, very
I'm in.
strong, and it got the job done. I will say that.
That sounds dope. I don't even remember how we got here. Oh, favorite season. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
So
like
your favorite
winter.
season's actually cinnamon.
What's your favorite season? Let's just get a little deeper into this.
Cinnamon. Yeah.
Cinnamon.
Lemon
Okay.
pepper. Like,
Well, you're a little drunk right now. Okay. Let's get into the next topic.
we got. Feed me.
Which female celebrity do you find do you find the most attractive and why?
Does it have to be female? Can I give a male? Scott, you're the most attractive celebrity. It's you, bud. You're the guy.
No, what makes it more attractive is that we know you personally. So we have a shot.
I have a shot at this.
Let's back it up here, guys.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Flattered. I am quite flattered.
There's a
but
chance.
I'm not a female.
You
That
could be,
also
though.
is kind of offensive in a way. You're calling me a female. I am not.
You could identify as a female, though, and then it would make it
I'm
okay
not
for
going
us,
to
you know?
identify
It would
as
make
a
it perfectly okay.
It'd be
because
cool.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be okay.
Scott.
If we said no.
Scott, I'll support you either way, bud.
Man.
I will support you either way.
Good to know. Good
Yeah,
to
man.
know. But
Yeah.
I'm not.
I will
I'm not
support
going
you
to
with my
identify
hand.
as a female. So
No, if I had to
Just-
pick a...
just lay it out.
Katrina asked Nathan, where'd you go in the Shine tasting? I think he's in Tennessee, right?
Yeah, it was Gatlinburg or Sevierville. I can't remember.
That's
it was
really out there.
Yeah, it's about 8 hours away.
Yeah.
8 hours drive. Oh, she did ask that. Hi, Katrina. Welcome.
Hurricane.
Throws his
Katrina?
arms up like a football post. Go!
Welcome. Welcome
She made
to
it.
freaking Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, shit. She blew in. Brought the storm.
Oh.
So do you guys want to answer that question, or we want to skip to the next one?
I don't want to answer that question because I can't even think of anybody off the top of my head. I don't think about celebrities anymore at this point.
Nathan?
I'll give you one that's like a historical crush of mine that I had.
Oh, that's
in, like,
good. What do you got?
All right. So this lady's name was Maria Callas.
Mm.
She was an opera
Okay.
singer
I-
of Greek heritage.
Where does he get this? Where do these come from?
The
Go
internet,
on.
man.
That's what I think the majority of the things that you talk about, they're very.
You got me
Where
there.
does this shit come from?
Where does he get all this shit?
Where does he get this stuff?
I'm glad
It's
that's how we
useful
all feel about one
information.
another.
Yeah, we all feel the same way. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
How did this happen?
Yeah.
Okay, so an opera singer?
Yeah, an opera singer. Well, I don't know why, but
That's
there's something
good.
about
That's
her.
good.
She-
Scott,
she's
did you
really
have
good.
one?
Sexy.
Huh?
I said, Scott, did you have one or
Yeah, I do.
what's yours? What's yours?
Well,
Scott's
a
like,
younger
my wife.
Jennifer Aniston.
She is the most attractive celebrity I have ever met.
Shut up.
The canned response, right?
She's famous to me.
All right.
I
fine.
know who
So no, who is it, Scott? Who you got? Who you got?
Jennifer Aniston in her 20s and her 30s.
Dude, she's still hot. She's still
man.
to this day
She's still
super hot.
She's still basically in her 20s or 30s.
I mean, she looks like she's never aged. She's a vampire as far as I'm concerned.
Mm.
Yeah. So you're in love with a vampire.
She's starting to get a little wrinklage, but she's still attractive. And another reason I just consider her very attractive is because she's just like non-egotistical, like your average like actor in general. And she's just kind of like a down-to-earth character. So
That's
Yeah,
that's a
I
good
just
answer.
find
That's a
that.
good answer. I think if I had to give an answer, which I don't really want to, the first celebrity who I find attractive who's female that comes to mind is Hayley Williams. That's like the first mind. I'm like, she's attractive. The chick from Paramore.
Oh, okay. Yes. She is attractive. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the only female celebrity that even came to mind. I was like, there you go. There's a name, Scott, if it makes you feel better. Now you know who to dress up as for me.
What's that?
I said,
Nothing at all.
nothing, bud.
Now I know what to do.
I said, now you know who to dress up as for me, bud.
Is this going to be a cosplay for like Halloween or something?
It can be that or my birthday, maybe Christmas if you don't give me a gift, whatever.
Could be a Wednesday.
It could just be a Wednesday.
I'm Haley Williams. Come get your gift.
Oh my god, that's fucking hysterical. Andy Williams. Holy shit! I'm gonna clip that. That's gonna be
With
its
my
own
red
thing.
hair and my luscious white skin.
I'm gonna edit hair onto you and shit. Ellie, go lay down, bud. It's still over here whining. We'll go out in a minute. Oh man, that's
What-
fucking hysterical.
I
So,
think
Scott,
it's funny. Yeah,
So
go ahead.
Scott, if you had to pick a male celebrity that you found attractive,
Oh, let's
Who would
not
you
even
say?
go.
V said Haley Williams sounds like old Greg. I'm old Greg.
hey there,
I'm old
Hey there.
Greg. I got a mangina.
This fits so well.
I'm Haley Williams. I got a mangina.
Sentences that have never been sentenced before.
Let me think. I'd say maybe Johnny Depp when he was
Ooh.
younger.
Good answer. Good answer.
He kind of
was
looks
pretty
like
attractive.
a woman, so
He's in some hot water in the press right now, but he's an attractive
he
man.
is.
Yeah.
But
What's the hot water in the press right now? I must have missed this.
His ex-wife
wife.
accused him of being abusive, I think.
Oh, but wasn't it
Sounded
her that
like
she
it was the opposite.
wasn't it that she was actually abusive?
Yeah, I
Wasn't
mean,
that-
they
that's
both
what-
sounded like they were horrible to each other, but it sounds a lot like she reported him first. I don't want to sound like I'm taking sides on this, but just based on all the shit that came out about it and the court ruling that came along with it, which I do understand, a lot of the times male judges side with the male in the relationship because they're just assholes. But it's just, it's one of those things that I'm like, I don't know, it's weird. It sounds like they were both horrible to each other is basically the situation. It sounds like neither one of them should have been doing what they were doing.
well, to begin with, he's in his late 40s, and she's in her like 20s.
Something
early
like that.
30s, and
Yeah.
just like, they're both attractive, but at the same time, like, one is in his 40s, one is in her 20s, and it's just,
Yeah.
personalities and just
Both
wisdom
sound like a
and-
nightmare together. Like, it just
yeah,
sounds bad.
it's not, it just doesn't match well. I don't
Yeah.
foresee that too well. Celebrity marriages never last.
It's true. What was that really short one back in the 2000s? Wasn't it like Britney Spears and somebody? It was like Kevin Federline. Didn't they like get married and then split in like 30 days or some shit? Didn't one of the Kardashians do that too? It was like a week long or something. Yeah.
I feel like it's happened so many times.
It's not even really a divorce at that point. They just annul the marriage because it was so short. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like,
It just didn't happen. It didn't fucking happen. You come here and ask us? We didn't know about it. It's all
We
good.
made bad decisions, my bad.
Whoops.
Whoopsies.
Whoops. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, no, generally speaking, I just, I think I'd have to say Ryan Reynolds. Like a younger Ryan Reynolds. That dude was hot.
It's funny you say Ryan Reynolds because I was comparing.
Scott's acting was compared to Ryan Reynolds doing the ads for Deadpool.
nice.
Ellie, go lay down, bud. Come on, stop bothering me.
If you don't like metal music, you can go fuck yourself or something.
Did you watch the ads, Nathan? Did you start your Instagram account, Nathan?
No, I didn't. I need to do
Nathan,
that.
how are you ever going to be an Instagram model?
Well, first of all, I need a bigger butt.
Shunned.
Like, I need to do some butt exercises.
Nathan Badonk Zinski.
I don't do any butt exercises. I'm on Instagram.
Dude, one of my go-to passwords is badonkadonk.
Good to know.
Hell yeah.
Hacking your
Badonk.
system.
Badonkadonk.
I'm going to go
Oh,
hack your
you-
school
oh,
now.
God. Badonk-a-donk.
Yep.
I'm in. I'm hacking your school. Here we go.
Show me with badonk-a-donk.
Badonkadonk.
Badonk-a-donkey.
Scott,
I
what
got
else you got?
All right, next one.
I love these questions every week.
More stuff about celebrities. Which celebrity do you think you most relate to personality-wise?
Oh, man. Go ahead. What do you got, Scott? Who's yours?
It's funny you mentioned the Ryan Reynolds thing. I was going to say either Jim Carrey or Ryan Reynolds.
I could see that.
Just- Jim Carrey, just because he's fucking goofy, and I share that personality. I can't help but be goofy. That's just my nature. So,
Well,
and Ryan Reynolds, in a way, is the same. He's a very goofy, but he's also got a very dark side to him. So,
You might even say a dead side.
Deadpool.
Might even say a Deadpool. Fucking just a canned fucked up response.
Are you threatening me right now?
What about you,
Gonna throw me in
Nathan?
a
Who's your celebrity your most personality attached to?
Fuck, man, I don't even know. I've never thought about that at all. Like, I've never looked at a celebrity and been like, I'm like that guy. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Fair.
I've never thought about
Yeah,
that.
that's fair. I don't foresee that. I mean, that to pop up. But if you do relate, let me know. If not, we'll go on to the next question.
Mine is like kind of deep. Like I feel like everybody that fell into the generation felt that way, but like a lot of my life is actually like comparable to the way Kurt Cobain's life went, and it's fucked up. Like to a disastrously close metric. Like it's weird.
The same way his did.
The family splitting really early, like going off and like not really understanding the whole metric of having a family that was split up like that. Like dad just disappearing for a long time, ending up with mom fucking basically kicking me out multiple times. Like there's like all kinds of shit along the way that like I look at his life and I look at mine. I'm like, dude, I get why I like your shit. Like I totally get why the music fucking appeals to me in some way. Like there was some level of anxiety and angst that was behind that, you know? So yeah. But if I make it one more year, I guess we're out of touch, you know? So I got that going for me. Yeah.
You're gonna make it, bro. Stop it, dude.
Don't fucking put that on me. Let me just put this away real quick.
You got this, bud. You're gonna do it.
You got this.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna not die.
Put away the Jack Daniels, bro. You got this.
No, I legitimately, I remember like going through like the list of things, and I was just like, bro, why is my life so much like this dude's? It's fucked up. Yeah. The only thing I don't have going for me is a heroin addiction. I guess I could work on that. You know, I could.
Don't work on that.
Scott, don't do that.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Here's your peers right now telling you to just back off that.
Good answer. Good answer. Solid answer, Piers.
Yep.
Just because you can do it
Doesn't mean you should.
Okay. On to the next one. Holy shit, I'm gonna piss myself.
Just piss yourself. You're an adult. You can do that.
No.
You can do whatever you want.
Next topic. I might just do that. Into a cup. Ball in the cup. If you had to travel to a distant planet and only had one choice of food to eat during the long months of travel, what would it be?
That's really specific. Taco
That is a
Bell.
very oddly specific one. Like, not just if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, it's specifically if you're on a trek to another planet.
And it's a long months on the journey. Because once you arrive, they're going to have fucking banquets and shit for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be like the Native Americans when they...
Yeah,
Exactly.
you show up and the
The
space
aliens
Martians will be like, here's how you grow space corn.
Show them their cuisine and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taco Bell, but only after March 11th when they re-add the potatoes.
Awesome. So you got to leave for your distant planet after March.
March 11th, yeah. I have a specific
March
date, yeah. Hopefully we'll be closer to Mars then anyway.
Dude,
All right.
my birthday's March 12th, so...
The day after we're going to Taco Bell, bud.
We're going to Taco Bell. We're going to have a Taco Bell date on my birthday.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, let's do it. That'd be fun, actually. Let's plan for this.
You want to join in, but I'm not going to because that's creepy, but okay.
No, come along. We'll have a three-way date.
I'm just
No, Scott,
Of course
have you never heard of the mandate?
No, I have not.
What about a trois menage?
No.
It's mandate. Think about how that's spelled. Mandate. Yeah? Mandate. It's a thing. It's
I'll
a good
join.
thing.
I was just kidding. Of course I'll join.
And a
you
trois
guys.
menage is three people having sex. So, you know, hey.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally normal. Nothing gay about it at all.
I mean, if we add Will, it's going to be a quadruplex. So we can literally suck each other's dicks in a square, you know?
But it's
That
not
could be
getting
an album. That could be an album cover.
That does not. I did not agree to this.
That's fucking hilarious.
Like
Once revealed. It's time we all
What
come
are
out.
they revealing?
Immediately will be rejected by the fucking copyright companies and shit.
Yeah, we'll end up like Guns N' Roses' first album. They'll fucking brown paper bag our shit.
Or we win the support of an entire group of people.
A brown paper bag.
Probably everybody at this point. They'd just be like,
boy,
that's
yeah.
pretty good.
Wow, yeah, that
That looks like a good time.
Yeah.
Really
What's
had
your
the balance to get
OnlyFans?
that square- They had to have some good balance to make the square stand up like that.
Onlyfans.com/once-revealed.
OnlyFans.
And then we'll have
Don't be over advertising that shit.
so we'll make like a
Going to that.
4 foot tall wooden R, and then it'll be our square next to it. So it'll be OR. Yeah. What do you think, huh?
We'll make
Yeah,
the
no?
R out of us too. We'll just do 2 separate pictures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then like somehow we'll have to get our legs to be the slash through the O.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something with our legs, you know.
I see that. That'd be good.
Who's got the most feminine legs? We gotta have a very feminine shaped leg going to it with some heels on.
I don't want to offer myself up for that. I feel like nobody's going to want to own up to being the most feminine legs. I'm not
I
gonna...
think Nathan would. He said he wanted to be a nurse before, so.
Nathan's feminine nursey legs.
I said I wanted to be a nurse. What? When did I say that?
You were saying you wanted to be a nurse when we were playing airsoft, and you'd come out with your dress.
Oh,
on.
you'll be the medic, right?
Oh,
Glad you're
okay.
being-
Yeah.
Bro, I found an airsoft event going on this Saturday.
Oh shit.
It's like forever away though. I don't think I'm gonna go.
Nah.
We'll find it. We'll find one eventually.
We should go. We should go to one. It'd be super
We
fun.
should. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to.
I'll wear my nurse outfit.
Definitely enjoy it.
You wear your nurse outfit. Hello,
You will,
nurse.
Hey boys.
I've got your shots here.
I'm not with this guy. He somehow showed up in the same vehicle, and I don't know. He just tagged along.
No, he's with us. Nope, he's with us.
Proud.
Not only is he with us, but he's like with us, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
In a square.
In a square.
In a square.
That's gonna be a thing now.
Square. Hey Nathan. So what would your answer be for that question?
What's the question?
We got real off topic.
Yeah, we did.
We really did. What would be your food of choice if you're traveling for a long period of time to get to a distant planet?
Specifically to a different planet.
Just a like
Probably-
couple. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if I was to answer that question normally, I'd just say eggs, because I can eat eggs like forever, and I love eggs.
Okay.
But now that
Okay.
it's specifically to another planet, I feel like I need to produce a different answer because of how specific it is. Like,
You don't.
Are eggs the best thing to bring? I mean, you have to refrigerate them. They take.
You have to
bunch
bring a
of space.
fucking chicken, bro.
I'd have to bring a chicken. Chicken would be the
Or
thing because they
just-
can also make eggs. I could get 2 at once.
There you go. Whoa, Nathan bought in. He gets chicken and eggs.
Yeah.
That's all right.
This
I
came
said Taco
first.
Bell, so I'm bringing a whole restaurant chain with me. I don't know how we're getting the
Very
supplies.
logical answer for such a thing. I
Yeah.
appreciate your logic.
Yeah.
What about you, Scott? What are you taking?
Rotisserie chicken.
So you two are going together. He's eating the chicken. You're eating the fucking eggs. That's what it is.
Yep. That's it. That's
After
it.
we've had our share of chicken eggs, I will cut its head off and eat it.
That's
That's how it works.
that's brutal.
He won't cook it. He won't cook it. He'll
No,
just eat it.
no. It's rotisserie.
No, I just won't cook it.
Oh, okay.
Somehow it'll
So
be
an
rotisserie.
uncooked rotisserie chicken. Oh, it's still on the stick though, so he's like,
It's an untisserie chicken.
no.
An untisserie chicken.
That's the name of the album, Untisserie Chicken.
I feel like there's going to be some salmonella involved in that whole meal, but okay.
No. There won't be. There's no salmon involved. You're fine.
Do you guys remember that weird cartoon? Yeah, no, neither of you had fucking cable when you were growing up. There was this like weird cartoon short that would happen between things on Cartoon Network, and it'd be like there's this one Salmonella Fitzgerald. It's like it was Ella Fitzgerald singing, but she had like a chicken head. It was fucking hilarious.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, neither of you had cable like that when you were growing. I was like, do you guys remember this basic television thing? I was like, no, you don't. I am alone. My parents didn't love me. I get it.
You sound just so frustrated about it. Like, oh, fine.
You guys don't know any of this. It's fine.
It reminds me of Adult Swim. It sounds like an Adult Swim type of.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it, but it was definitely like a regular day block cartoon thing between two shows they played. It was like 10 minutes long or something like that. I don't remember what it was called. We're about to find out because I think that's an important thing to find out. I could probably look up Salmonella Fitzgerald.
Salmonella.
I immediately found it.
I'm just
called Kenny and the Chimp. It was called Kenny and the Chimp.
Hmm.
And it was just like a single one-off thing. I'm about to send the link in the. It was made by the people that did Kids Next Door.
What's that again?
It was made by the people that did Kids Next Door, which may not mean anything to you guys if you didn't watch cartoons as children.
Kids Next Door.
Thing.
I've heard of it.
He's like, not a goddamn thing.
Not a fucking clue. Excuse my French.
Kenny and
We
the
got
Chimp.
another question.
Not a putain idea.
That's
You
crazy.
gotta keep researching. You want me to?
No, I got it. Go ahead. What's your next one?
All right.
I'm enjoying this tonight. This is good.
All right.
We're going long tonight, boys. We're at a minute or an hour and 11.
Every question.
Going long. We're at a minute and 11. New
similar
record.
topic that involves like the same type of thing. So, do you guys believe there are beings that inhabit other planets?
Ooh, yeah, 100%.
It's dropping the alien question.
110%. Do you think they inhabit this planet? Is the question, right? Right? Because like the likelihood of something else living out there in the world, that's pretty high, right? Like the chances are.
It is. I want to know what your guys' opinion is.
Yeah.
On such things.
There's got to be. There's got to be other shit out there, right?
There's gotta be.
If we sparked up out of nothing, something else did, right? In an infinite universe, infinite possibilities, something else happened.
What do you think?
Well, it's sort of, what kind of life are you referring to? Are you referring to just
Beings, like when I mentioned beings, like us,
Intelligent
like
beings. Intelligent beings.
Yes, that would be a
like
good
self-aware
life.
life that can think?
I don't even know if does it need to be self-aware or like would like a primate level intelligence be close enough because they think pretty
I would
hard
say
too.
self-aware to where they're like they create things. They
Okay, all right.
They're
So you're talking about another being out there that has an ego identity, is what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're getting
That's
specific.
a
I
good
like
way to
this.
do
This
it.
is philosophical.
Yeah. Now that's a damn good question. Well, you gotta wonder if there is life out there that is at that level of development or evolution. Who's to say that they would necessarily develop an ego identity? Who's to say that their makeup would develop in the same way that ours does?
That's always the question, right? Is like
there's so many different ways.
even
that
if they did exist, why would they become humanoid? Why would they be humanoid at all?
Right.
Right?
Why? This is where the idea of the hyper intelligent fly comes from. It's like, what if the flies were the ones that became hyper intelligent?
That was like the first episode of this.
Primates.
That's so funny.
Nathan, you were talking about that movie the other Variety Hour where these aliens that came from a distant planet. I forget the name of the movie. It was one of your favorite movies. You were saying you could watch it. Arrival.
Yeah,
They
Arrival.
connect
That was it.
at the present and the future, to where it's that could be a possibility in their reality.
Yeah, it might be like related to their physiological makeup in some way, but if their being could be described as physiological in the first place, what if there's some other manifestation of life that is not necessarily carbon-based or based on the same iteration of carbon that we're made from? Because there's an alternative iteration of carbon that could theoretically serve the same properties as the stuff that we're made of.
Well, not only that, but they did tests to figure out that there could be other chemicals that make up DNA as well. So, like, you can make up DNA with just all kinds of shit, or some derivative of DNA with all kinds of shit. So they might not be anything like us, but they might still have a DNA building block system that's just like ours.
To where
And
it's
then
just
you have to wonder, like, if they're able to develop, because the thing that separates us from just like regular animals is the fact that we have an ego identity and that we're able to consciously direct what we do. which is like showing a stronger connection to like, consciousness.
To a certain extent.
So part of me is like maybe that's the thing that makes a derivative humanoid type creature like the important thing. But then I think about like there's video games, right? Like an example that came to mind was like Destiny. In Destiny, there's these dudes called the Cabal, which are basically these like turtle lizard people that they don't think about anything except waging war. And the war isn't like for honor or anything else. They just want to destroy everything in their path, right?
It's
So
like
like the Vikings.
it's like an instinct, right?
Right, it's just an instinct, right? But they're still humanoid. They're still super smart. They're spacefaring. Like they're a civilization of people that are able to like do things, but they don't think in the same level of capacity as humans do. And so it's just like, what if, man? What if something came along and was just like, we're gonna wipe out your planet? Nice planet, we'll take it. You know, like
Right. Well, yeah, it yields all kinds of weird questions. Questions. It makes you wonder, like, what even is it that makes us special from other stuff? Like, you know, what exactly is that thing? And then what effects would happen if something else achieved the same level of development? Like, would they have a set of like morality that's based on some sense of well-being or something like that?
Right.
Like, would that awareness of other life be something that naturally inspires empathy? Would that happen, or is that just a human thing?
I think another thing that comes to mind is BBC did this this documentary type thing. It was like an hour or two long or something like that. It was on BBC Network. It was of if dinosaurs existed for like the 2 million years that they were gone from the planet, while other things started to grow up and become more feasibly independent from just being like a bunch of bacteria and algae or something like that. If they would have become some sort of humanoid type creature. And I thought that was really interesting too, because it's like, damn, what if dinosaurs made it too? What if we weren't just people running around here, but we had to deal with giant fucking lizards too? Because like, there's this misconception like cavemen were running around with fucking dinosaurs, and that's just not really. There was Neanderthals that may have seen dinosaurs at the very tail end of the cold age, right? But like after that era of like the planet being super cold, those dinosaurs fucking all died, and humans survived because we got real specifically like smart. Well, I guess our derivative versions of ourselves, like Neanderthals, they got real damn smart. They had brains that were way bigger than any other creature on the planet at the time, so they were just fucking, by comparison to the rest of their body, and they were just like figuring out all sorts of solutions to the problems they were running into. Like, oh, we don't have food. Cool, dig down and get grubs, you know? We don't have shelter. Well, we'll get in the ground and live in a cave. Everything's in the ground, actually, now that I think about it. We don't have fire. We'll dig down till there's lava. No, I don't know. But, like, they had solutions to fucking everything, whereas other creatures did not. And that's why we survived.
Well, the question I ask is that species that you were talking about from that game, Destiny?
It was game Destiny, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this tattoo's from, actually.
Oh, that's where that tattoo's from.
Yeah.
Nice. So, like, when that species became intelligent enough to do spaceships and shit,
yeah,
it seems like they have this compulsion to wage war. It's like what didn't develop with that intelligence is a sense of ethical, something or another,
empathy or anything. Like, it's like at that point, it's like, man, what if we came across a species that was just like no empathy, no sympathy? They just care about themselves. Like, what if they're just like us? You know what I mean?
Would you describe that as malicious, or is it just because that's the way that species is? Because we describe malice as like a willing choice to do something that harms like the well-being of other things, or whatever.
But then at the same time, we do things that willingly harm other people all the time, and so it's like as humans.
Because of selfish motivation.
Yeah.
So would you just define the species entirely as just utterly malicious at that point?
Right.
Is there such thing as an utterly malicious species?
I think it would make humans really uncomfortable with the way they've acted for like millions of years, right? I think they'd be like, damn, these things aren't even acting on the idea of like some sort of like, I'm going to gain something. They're just doing it because they can.
Right. Oh, so they're not even doing it to gain anything. They're just doing it because that's part of their nature.
They just like wiping out planets, getting resources. That's all it is.
So, it makes you wonder, like with humans, is our compulsion greed just to get more stuff for ourselves?
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what it is for us.
Yeah.
Gathering. That's not everybody's motivation.
Well, it's not everybody's motivation in normal, coherent things, but I mean, like, if you look at like how billionaires treat people, it's all just to have more money than somebody else. Or like if you think about like even like in your day-to-day life, you need money to pay for your bills. So like you only get a job and work because you need money. It's a resource-based thing.
Yeah, everything anybody does has a selfish motivation behind it, but it's also not just a selfish motivation.
Sure.
There is different aspects.
I mean, speak for yourself, but yeah, I see where you're going. I see where you're going with that. I purely work for the money. I need to be very clear. We only do it for the money in this band.
I wouldn't teach if I wasn't getting paid to do it.
I mean, there it is.
Even something fairly altruistic.
That's not everybody's opinion on that topic. Like, not everybody teaches just for money. Not everybody does what they do for money. I mean,
that's true. Yeah, Scott, you strip just for fun, huh?
I mean, to a certain extent, I would like to do that in the future. Like, if I got to a certain extent to where I had everything I needed, it would be good to get back to, what do you
When you strip, you strip for free, right?
I said, Scott, right before that, I said, except you, Scott, you strip just for money. And you just went in on, well, yeah, it would be great to get back to that.
My old love.
That was great. Good. Excellent.
My love before music.
My.
Scott's our stripper.
Did not agree to this.
He did.
You guys.
He did. If he didn't, it would be wrong.
Name? Yours is master name, of course. Yours is, I forget what yours was. Nathan or Vern.
When I was in the Army, they called me Viper Dick. You want a story? You want a story before we close this out?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
We're at an hour and 21. So when I was overseas, I had a couple of friends who we had quite a few nicknames for each other. And I had this joke that a friend of mine had told me that I said way too frequently. Basically, I was overseas for like 2 years straight. And so at the end of that, I used to say, man, I'd fuck a snake if you could hold it still. And so somehow that became Viper Dick, of which when I got out of the Army, somebody gifted me like a fake plastic snake to put in my car, and it's still out there in the car today.
Have you ever used it?
I've never fucked the snake. No, I can hold it still. So,
I guess you haven't lived up to your joke yet.
I haven't been that desperate since then, is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us know when you are.
We'll do a live stream about it.
Yeah.
All right, with that, gentlemen, do you have anything to add?
The snake and the snake.
Like that's...
The snake covers the snake, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a snake. I'm a slithery little
snake. We've been Once Revealed. You've been great. Thank you all for being so well dressed. Except you, Will, because you're not here, so we think you're undressed. Join us next week when we learn how to fuck a snake if you can hold it still.